Hello everyone, this is Professor Hitesh Mhatre, HOD, Computer Engineering Department of Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to learn about the practical number 15 of Database Management System. Practical number 15 is writing a PLSQL code to create procedures and functions. Practical significance: the student should be able to write and execute PLSQL procedures and functions. These practical skills will help the students to write the procedures and functions using the SQL queries and execute them. Relevant program outcomes achieved here are discipline knowledge, experiments and practice, engineering tools, and communication. Competency and practical skills achieved through this experiment is write and execute PLSQL code for procedure and function. Relevant course outcomes: apply triggers to database, also create procedures and function according to the condition. Practical outcomes: writing PLSQL code to execute procedures and function using create procedure and create function statement. Relevant affective domain related outcomes: follow safety measures, follow ethical practices. Minimum theoretical background is regarding a procedure. That is, a procedure is a subprogram used to perform a specific action. A subprogram is named a block of a PLSQL. There are two types of subprograms in a PLSQL, namely procedure and functions. For more detail regarding this procedure and functions, you can refer to the theoretical sessions of the procedures and function. Then the procedure to perform this experiment is use the EMP table that we have created in 4 and 5. Display the information of the table using select statement. Write PLSQL code for procedures and function and executing the code for procedure and function. These are some resources required for performing this experiment. Precautions: all SQL statement must end with a semicolon. White space used in SQL is used to describe the blanks and tabs. Follow safety practices, and these are the actual resources configuration that is used for performing this experiment. Now starting with the procedure. Now directly we are using a procedure in this PLSQL prompt. Declare. We have three variables A, B and C, which is of type number. So we want to calculate the minimum number. We want to find out the minimum number. So this is how you start with your procedure. Procedure keyword, then the name of the procedure, find min. X in number means X is a variable of type number that will serve as an input to this procedure. Y in number, again Y is of type number which will serve as an input to this procedure. Z out number, Z is of type number and Z is the value that is returned from the procedure. Then is begin. If X is less than Y, since X and Y are providing the values to the procedure, so in procedure we will check if X is less than Y, then Z equal to X. That is, X is the minimum number, so X will be assigned to Z, else Y will be assigned to Z. So there will be some value that will be assigned to Z and that value will be the minimum value. So end if end. So this ends your procedure. So at the end of the procedure, Z will be the out number. So Z will be returning some value from the procedure. So begin. Now this is your PLSQL block. A equal to 23, B equal to 45. So these two values I have been using. I want to check what is the minimum. So I'll be using the procedure directly here. Find min A, B, C. So here actually we are passing a three values, but out of this only A, B is passed because A will be assigned to X. So X is an input. B will be assigned to Y. Y is an output. And whatever the calculation is done here, whatever the result will be stored in the Z. So Z is an output that will be assigned to C. So when you pass 23 and 45 to the procedure here, 23 is assigned to X and 45 is assigned to Y. So when you check whether X is less than Y, you can see X is less than Y. So X is 23. So 23 will be assigned to Z. Now Z is an out number. So it will assign to C. So C will be having the value of Z, that is a 23. So when you display here, that is minimum of 23 and 45 is C. So 23 will be displayed. So once you execute this procedure, you will get as output as this. So you can apply the same for the tables. Next, again, now in this case, I have made some changes here. Rest of the program is same. Only difference here is that first two values, that is A and B number, will be accepted from the user. Rest C number, procedure as it is, condition as it is, and finding the minimum. So you will be getting only numbers from the user. So in the previous example, the numbers were directly put up in the PLSQL code. So once I execute, so it will ask me, so enter a value for num1, that is 45. I have entered value for num2, that is 20. So two values I have passed. So it will return the minimum number as a 20. So it is working for the any kind of numbers that I have inserted. Another example, that is num1 equal to 28, num2 equal to 84. So it is giving me 28 as a minimum number from the both these numbers. So this is how your procedure works. Then while writing a function, generally when you look at the procedure and functions, most of the thing you can see is similar between the procedure and functions. Only difference is that you have to return some value. You have to return, specifically return, write a use of return keyword to return in a function, while in procedure it is not required. Plus, whenever you return a value in a function, it should be assigned to some variable into the calling code, whereas procedure does not require that. So there are some slight difference in this. So just take a look at this normal function. So create or replace function. Now generally we use a replace keyword because if a function is created and you are again trying to create a same function, or you want to update a same function, then you will use create or replace. So if the function is not existed, then it will create, but if it is existing, then it will override that, it will replace that or a previously existing function. So you will use this create or replace function. Again, here we are using the same to find the minimum. So a is a number, b in number, so these two are input numbers like we have seen in the procedure. Now return number is, so returning is of type number is, that is C. So C is the value that I am returning, which is of type number. Now starting with the function body begin, rest code same. If A is less than B, then A is assigned to C, else B is assigned to C. Means whatever is the minimum number, that will be assigned to C. And your if, and here see, we have to return C. In the procedure, we were not returning something. It was directly assigned as a out number. So here we are returning. So we have to return. So function created. So this is just a simple function created. Now, while executing a procedure, we have written a procedure in the same PLSQL block. Now, while writing a function, what I am doing here is to show the both way, that you can write the function in the same code as well as you can write the different way. So here I am creating a different function. Now I will use this function into the another PLSQL code. So this is the another PLSQL code. So n1 is a number, n2 is a number which I am accepting from the user. Result is of a type of number, so it will store the minimum value. Begin my block, result equal to, now see, this is where I am calling a function. Find mean n1 n2. So n1 n2, so whatever the values of n1 and n2 are there, it will be passed to the function and it will return the minimum value which will be stored into the result, which is nothing but the C that was returned from that function. So minimum, and it will show the values. So when I execute this, see, it will ask the value for num1, that is 65. I have put up 65 for num1 and for num2 32. So it is returning me the 32. So this is how you execute your function. These are some practical related questions, so you have to consider this. You can just execute the code given here and write the output. Here's another set of code, so you can just execute the same example that we have considered, that is minimum of a number. So you can try refer to this. Here's the exercise, some questions. So you can apply the procedures and function to a particular table or just a normal calculations. So if you have any doubt regarding functions and procedures, these are my details. You can contact me. Thank you.